All right, I got to keep it pretty short for you guys, but man, I am so pumped up about the Diablo 3 season. I mean, I'm not really 100%. I'm just pumped up about new news. I've been waiting for it for a while, and this is great news. I just want to say really quickly before I talk about the Diablo 3 Season 29 and the updates and everything that's going on with Diablo 3. I love this team that has worked on this game for the last 5 years, 3 to 4 years, whatever it's been. Diablo 3 has become an amazing game. It's too bad that most people don't realize the game changed a whole lot and has become this awesome game that's really fun seasons-wise. Like, it's so fun to play seasons every season. It's like a rush, and it's so much funner. It's funner than Diablo 4. But, Diablo 4 is new, and they still have a long way to go, and for 8 years, Diablo 3 wasn't very good, or especially for the first 5 years. It just wasn't very good, and so, we give Diablo 4 a break. I think within a year or two, they might be caught up to where Diablo 3 is now. But anyway, let's get into it, man. I just want to hug the whole team that works on Diablo 3. Hats off to them. They are crushing it over the past 4 to 5 years, or whatever it's been. They have been crushing it, the Diablo 3 team. Thank you. They've added solo self-found finally to the game. Solo self-found, so you're not competing with the top 400 people that are all in meta teams that are destroying the leaderboards. You are allowed to be solo, and it's much more competitive for solo players now. I'll probably play solo hardcore, but not play solo regular. That way I can play this new theme with multiple people. The altar is going to become permanent, but not this season, so we won't have the altar back this season. The altar was the theme of last season, season 28, and it was essentially a huge skill tree buff thing in Diablo 3, obviously, and it was so much fun. And hitting Q when you get that pylon effect made you so powerful and so much fun. It was addictive to me, and I was like, I don't know if I can ever play this game again without this. And now that that's in the game permanently, it's going to be great, but it won't start until Season 30, which is fine. The Paragon cap at 800. I do think that's a great thing. Capping Paragon is a great thing for everybody. But most seasons I hit Paragon 1,000, and I play pretty regularly, but I wouldn't say I'm a crazy player, and I wouldn't say I'm a casual, but I'm like slightly above casual, or like a hardcore casual. I don't know what you call it. So I think that the Paragon probably could be raised to 1,000 or 1,200 maybe. That's my feelings there, but that's fine. I like what they did there, and I like that there's a Paragon cap. That's great. This new theme, an open world, you're going to be playing in the open world looking for these crazy rifts or whatever they are, singularities. I forget what they called them in the patch notes, but where there'll be more lucrative rewards. I hope that means that the rewards have to be really lucrative, right? It has to be crazy. I hope that's the case. I hope we find out more information about what that exactly means. Like, does that mean primals can drop more regularly? What does that mean? Hopefully that's the case. I was hoping for a new powerful item added to the game, like a gem or something that's rare that could drop, or temporary items that last an hour. But I don't know if that mechanic is really built into the game. I know it is in Diablo 4 on potions and things, and I was hoping that would happen in Diablo 3 at some point. It doesn't seem like it will be now, and maybe never, but that would have been cool. That you could only find these super powerful items in these rifts, or whatever they are, singularities, temporarily for the last an hour or 2 hours. But anyway, the bottom line is these rifts only happen in open world areas. And that's really cool because that will allow you to take a break from greater rifts. So you can use greater rifts as a crutch, like always, in leveling up gems and things like that. But you can always take a break after, I ran 10 rifts in a row. I'm starting to get bored of rifts. I just ran 10 in a row. Okay, I'm going to go search around the open world and look for one of those cool, like, pockets and go into one of those and fight those monsters and hopefully, get some more powerful gear. And so it allows you to do that. And since I still don't have cosmic wings, after like however many attempts, cosmic wings. Once in a while, I can take breaks and look for rainbow goblins too. So this adds another activity to my season, and so that is really cool. Paragon cap, we talked about it. Now you can add points into different slots up to 200 instead of 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. That allows you to customize your build a little bit more, so that's a great, genius idea. They removed a couple of garbage maps from Greater Rifts, so that's awesome. The God DH in particular is going to be able to stack easier, so your hands aren't going to be crippled using God DH. That's really cool. It looks like Satyr got some help, and Witch Doctor, so great for you guys. Anyway, I got to run, and so, oh my god, my phone's overheating, bro. Let me turn my AC on. Oh my god, yeah. Oh, blast that AC on me, daddy. But anyway, listen, this is wonderful news. I'm going to talk more about it later and what I think about it. The PTR is going to drop. That's going to be fun to test. I am a little concerned if those pockets in the open world that open aren't really very powerful and amazing. I'll be a little bit worried that the season won't be quite fulfilling enough. So I'm hoping that those rifts are very powerful. I'm hoping for like goblin parties in the rifts. I'm hoping for primal drops in the rifts and stuff like that. Just craziness. And if it is craziness, then that's awesome. But if it's just sort of like a slightly enhanced greater rift, then it's like, ooh, I'm hoping for that big hitting power in those, because then it will be fun to search the open world. But if they're not powerful enough, I could see people being like, I'm not going to search the open world for this. I'll just do greater rifts. So hopefully they're very, very powerful and fun. And what does this mean going forward for other seasons? The altars coming back in season 30. So that means they're like, what's left in the rotation for Diablo seasons? Standing in the circles, the monster bonus, the kill streak bonus, the standing in circles, the 4th cube slot. Like what? Ethereals, there's only about 10 or 8 to 10 themes that are really out there that are viable, that aren't permanently part of the game now. So what does that mean for future seasons? I don't know. I mean, so there's going to be 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9 seasons that rotate forever? Or are they thinking about maybe bringing in some more of the themes and permanently putting them in the game? That way every season is the same going forward and they just reset, but the season's filled with crazy stuff to do? I don't know. Which would you prefer? That's a question I have, and a question I've been wondering. Should we really rotate these themes? Because some of them are kind of weak, and there's not many more of them left. So do we really want to rotate through the same 6 themes for the rest of time in Diablo 3? Or do you want, like, ethereals to be put into the game permanently, right? Like, imagine if they put ethereals into the game permanently, but they were super rare. Like, imagine if ethereals were rarer than primals, right? But they were in the game. And then that would allow you to take all the seasonal themes reasonably. Maybe you have to nerf a lot of them, and then put them in the game, and then every season would have so much to do and to go on that it would be fun every new season, even though nothing's really changing anymore. So I wonder which one people would prefer. Anyway, leave your comments down below if you even see this video. I'm just so excited. I was having a very bad day today, man. And I've been having a bad time in my brain and my mind. And this made me happy and smile. And so I know that's silly, but I just can't. I want to thank the D3 dev team and everybody who's been working on this game, especially who took over it the last few years, man. They've been crushing it. And I'll see you guys later. Leave comments, please.